spread across Texas, and some of them will be sent to mass distribution hubs in our area. These are our 3 hubs: Midland Memorial Hospital in Midland County, Medical Center Hospital in Ector County, and the Pecos Valley Rural Health Clinic in Reeves County. Midland Memorial Hospital is planning on getting 5,000 doses of the vaccine by the end of the week for their hub, which will be at the Midland County Horseshoe Event Center. That's where News West 9 Sammy Steele joins us live. Sammy, when is distribution going to get up and running?
Good evening, Crystal. Well, on Friday, the hospital plans to do a soft opening of vaccine distribution here at the Horseshoe. They're going to vaccinate about 240 people. Then come Monday, the 25th, they will really hit the ground running. They're planning on vaccinating up to 1,000 people a day. A widely available COVID vaccine is within our grasp. And the county, city, and hospital are working together to make sure as many people get the vaccine as possible.
It's going to require a very well-organized, well-oiled machine.
So what will getting the vaccine look like at the Horseshoe? Well, first you must make an appointment through Midland Health's website.
Once you're on the waiting list, you're going to get a confirmation back from us that you were on the waiting list. And then later on, our people will have scheduled you for a specific time, and you'll get an email or a text that gives you the details of when you are scheduled, what you should do to prepare, how you should register.
The hospital encourages registering online to make getting your vaccine faster at the Horseshoe. Otherwise, you can register in person the day of your appointment. Then you will park your car and go inside the Horseshoe to get vaccinated.
We're asking people to wear short sleeve shirts. If you wear a jacket, to make sure you can remove it easily, because we're trying to give 1,000 vaccines a day with 10 or 12 people actually doing the shots. So people need to move through pretty quickly.
After getting vaccinated, you will go back to your car and wait about 15 minutes to ensure you don't have any reactions. There, paramedics will be on standby. But just because the vaccine protects people from getting the virus, scientists do not know yet if it prevents people from carrying it to others who have not been vaccinated.
I'm very excited, very optimistic about it, but I want to be sure that optimism doesn't turn into complacency. We've got to keep doing the hard things until we get enough of the vaccine out that everybody's protected. So.
The vaccine hub will be open Monday through Friday from 10 until 6. Again, you have to make an appointment, but you don't have to be from Midland to get a vaccine here at the Horseshoe. Anyone is eligible for the vaccine as long as they meet phase 1A or phase 1B criteria. Reporting live in Midland, I'm Sammy Steele. Back to you, Crystal.
Thanks, Sammy. Over in Odessa, they're getting ready for mass vaccinations at Ratliff Stadium, but Medical Center Hospital still waiting on their shipment of vaccines to be delivered. The hospital is supposed to get 3,900 vials from the state. Those are key to getting the mass vaccination site open. Once they arrive, the hospital says we'll have a better idea on when the site will open up and people can start lining up. Again, the third hub located in our area is in Reeves County. Tomorrow, crews will be setting up at the convention center, and like Midland and Odessa, you will have to register online beforehand. We posted all of this information on our website, newswest9.com, under the vaccine tab. And if you want the links to the vaccine registration for Midland, Odessa, and Reeves, well, you can have those sent to your phone just by texting us. Just text the word register to 1-432-567-9991. Again, it's a text message, not a phone call. Text us 1-432-567-9991. Man, it's cold and gloomy outside. And Anthony, I was out a little bit earlier and there was a few sprinkles of rain here and there. Can we expect more?
Yeah, we can expect a few more of those sprinkles this evening, but the main show is not going to happen till kind of overnight into tomorrow morning. But let's take a look outside right now. This is our current radar picture across the state of Texas. You see some rain showers in central and east Texas, mostly just cloudy skies here in west Texas, but a few of these very light rain showers, mainly just a few areas of drizzle out there. But as we go into tonight, that's kind of going to be the same story. Temperatures slowly decreasing, going to be chilly out there, 40 by 9, 38 by 11. Those better rain chances will happen overnight into tomorrow morning, and I'll break all that down coming up in just a bit. Crystal?
Thanks, Anthony. The Trans-Canada Keystone XL pipeline may be in jeopardy. That's because President-elect Joe Biden is expected to cancel the controversial pipeline on his first day in office. The pipeline is projected to carry oil nearly 1,200 miles from Canada down to Nebraska to join an existing pipeline. Environmentalists and Native American groups have fought the project for more than a decade. Work was stopped but restarted in 2019 under President Trump. President Trump overturned a decision by President Barack Obama, who vetoed a bill approving construction in 2015. The pipeline is expected to cost around $9 billion when and if it's completed. Fire station number 9 in Odessa, that could soon be a reality if the city approves construction of it. Jonathan Plasek sat in on the Odessa City Council meeting to break down all the details. Jonathan.
Good evening, Crystal. It's important to first note that no action was taken regarding the construction of a new fire station at today's City Council meeting. City Council simply wanted to consider and discuss it at this point in time. Now, Odessa Fire Chief John Alvarez and JSA President Cruz Castillo talked about the reasons why it would be beneficial for the city of Odessa to add another fire station with the help of Mid-Tex of Midland to aid in the construction of the station. One of the biggest reasons Castillo and Alvarez gave for its construction was to help cut down on response times, because while the city has grown, response times in the area of 87th Street and 338 have fallen. One other important thing to note is that COVID may have helped spark an interest in contractors looking to work on this project, with 10 showing real interest.
If it would have been pre-COVID or even a lot earlier in the year, I think there would have been less contractors interested in the project. And so with that amount of competition, we were able to find ourselves in a good position to be below the initial budget.
It's a budget that currently sits at $5,875,000, and it's something that Alvarez and Castillo believe won't be exceeded in the construction of Fire Station 9. Now, I'll have more details on what City Council discussed regarding the new fire station coming up at 10. Reporting live in Odessa, Jonathan Plasek, News West 9.
More money is headed to the Howard County Volunteer Fire Department. They just received a $250,000 grant from the G.C. Broughton Foundation. The money will help them buy new equipment for the fire department, including something very important, a new communication system. It will allow the fire department to have direct contact with other emergency organizations in Howard County. The G.C. Broughton Foundation has given out more than $1.3 million to similar organizations across West Texas. In Odessa, a 70-year-old man killed in a fire. The fire fully engulfed a small travel trailer on North Moss. Odessa Fire Rescue responded, but unfortunately the man died on the scene. He was the only one in the trailer. The cause of that fire is still being investigated. A tragedy in Big Spring after a 21-year-old man was hit and killed in Big Spring. It happened Friday night on Highway 87. Officers say the victim, Osvaldo Lopez, was a passenger in Ismael Moreno's car. They say the two got into an argument and Moreno pulled over and let Lopez out. That's when police say Lopez tried crossing the road, but he was hit and killed by a pickup. The driver of the truck is not facing any charges, but police did give Ismael Moreno a ticket for driving while intoxicated. It took 54 years, but tonight Pecos police get a break in a cold case. They now know the name of a woman who mysteriously drowned at a hotel pool in 1966. Her name is Jolene Hemme. This is a picture from her family. She was 17 years old in the summer of 1966 and working at a drive-in diner in Kansas City, Kansas. That's when she vanished one day and didn't pick up her last paycheck. And for 54 years, no one knew what happened to her. Pecos police say she checked in with a man at Roper's Hotel under the name Mr. and Mrs. Russell Batten. A worker heard a scream and found Hemme's body in the pool. CPR was performed and she was taken away in an ambulance. The man asked for her registration card at the hotel so he could use it as ID at the hospital. He never showed up and he took off. Pecos police had little to go on after more than 50 years, but then they got lucky.
The last ditch effort was we contacted our local funeral home and we were able to speak with an employee there who was an employee in 1966, the day this event happened. I call it God's will or good luck or whatever you want to call it, but he recalled that in the garage of the funeral home, they had archived or vintage records that we would be allowed to look at. We went out to the garage and we found a folder that said Unknown X Girl, 1966.
Now, there wasn't much in there, but there were a few old Polaroids. With the help of the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, they came up with the sketch you're looking at right now. Henny had been buried in Pecos. Her body was eventually exhumed and her skeletal remains sent to the University of North Texas, where DNA was extracted. Innovative Forensics connected that DNA to a potential family member in Florida who gave a cheek sample. Eventually, the DNA was connected to Hemi's family in Kansas through a genetics testing company called Gene by Gene. The police chief says this is still an active investigation. By the way, the man involved has not been identified. Well, it is going to be an awfully cold night on the way, right, Anthony?
Yeah, pretty cold out there tonight, but thankfully above the freezing mark, so the rain that falls overnight into tomorrow morning will just fall as rain. Talk more about that coming up after the break.
If you've been seriously injured or lost a loved one in an accident, call Glasheen Vias and Inderman Injury Lawyers now.
Tonight's Mega Millions drawing is presented by Jackpocket. Jackpocket lets you play official Texas lottery games right on your phone. Just pick your numbers and place your ticket order. See a scan of your ticket right in the app. And get your winnings instantly. Go to jackpocket.com to get the app. Use code TEXAS and get your first ticket free. Jackpocket. Play the lottery. Skip the line.
It's time to replace your old tub with a new shower. But you don't want the hassle or the worry of getting it finished. You just want to pick a style and relax, knowing that it'll be wonderful when it's done. Is that too much to ask? No, actually it's not. Rebath, from start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $500 off your tub or shower replacement.
There's a spot.
Not feeling it.
What's wrong with that spot?
Too far. I know a better garage.
Sure you do.
I do.
What about here?
Crooked Parker. Lighting's weird.
We're never gonna park, are we?
Probably not.
Commit to the drive with intelligent forward collision warning. Get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 13 models or get a low $229 per month lease on Altima.
Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Hey,
whoa! Device overload.
Everything's loading fine. We got the bandwidth.
Are they all gaming and streaming and downloading at the same time?
Why not? This house has gig speed.
Movie night!
What does that mean?
Everyone can use their own devices instead of watching Dad's rom-com.
I love this movie.
It's a classic. Roof.
Bring every room to life with internet from Suddenlink, starting at just $20 a month. Now with gig speeds available on our next generation network.
If you've been seriously injured or lost a loved one in an accident, call Glasheen Vias and Inderman Injury Lawyers now.
Welcome back. Well, good chance of some rain here in West Texas over the next couple of days, partly because of this cold front and some moisture coming in from the west. Here is that front that came through yesterday across the state. On the south side of this front, we're still 70, Corpus Christi to Houston. On the west side of this front here in West Texas, those temperatures in the 30s and 40s at this hour. And it has been pretty windy out there today. Thankfully, I got good news for you there. Winds will be dying down this evening. By the time we get to around 10 o'clock, wind speeds at 13 miles an hour and 5 to 10 as we go into the overnight hours tonight. But the big story is going to be that rain. Here's a satellite and radar picture across the Lone Star State right now. Most of the rain kind of central to East Texas. Nothing too heavy at this point. A few little showers out here in West Texas. We're not expecting much tonight, but we are going to see more overnight into tomorrow because of this low pressure system right here in Southern California pushing some of that Pacific moisture into West Texas. And over the next kind of 48 hours, we got rain chances tomorrow and again as we go into Thursday. But here's your future track. By midnight tonight, we're still not expecting much. What you see right here is extremely light, maybe some drizzle across West Texas. But as we go into early tomorrow morning, by the time we get to 4, 5, 6 a.m., that's when rain chances really go up across the Permian Basin. And also during that time, temperatures fall below freezing across the Davis and Guadalupe Mountains. We could see some freezing rain and snow mixed in with the rain there. But as we go later into the afternoon, by noon, we are looking at those rain showers continuing in the base before kind of ending into the afternoon. Just a few of those very light showers remain across the area. And into Thursday, we do see rain chances continuing here in West Texas. But I think the best chance of significant rainfall will be overnight and into early tomorrow morning. 3 a.m. tonight, 40% chance, 70% chance by 7 a.m. So your morning commute tomorrow could be a soggy one. Remember the umbrella, the rain gear, and also be sure to give yourself extra time to get to where you need to go. The roads will be wet out there. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, rain chances do go down, and we could see some significant rainfall accumulations, maybe around a ½ an inch around Midland, Odessa, slightly more to the south and east, and less as you go north, Hobbs to Lamesa, maybe up to a ½ inch of rain. So it's not enough to cause flooding, which is a great thing, but it's a decent amount that will put a dent in our drought conditions. So cross your fingers for a good amount of rain with this system. And also good news, temperatures staying above the freezing mark, 33 Midland, Odessa. So we're just a couple degrees away here from a wintry mess, but we're not expecting to see those temps fall below freezing. That's why we're going to see rain instead of ice, but that's not the case across our western counties, Davis, Guadalupe Mountains. The area is shaded here under that winter weather advisory for a ½ inch of ice, maybe some snow mixing in. Be very careful on those roadways early tomorrow morning. High temperatures tomorrow, upper 40s, low 50s, a chilly day out there across West Texas. And there's your 9-day forecast. Temps get up to 61 on Thursday, still that 40% chance of rain showers, but drying out Friday and Saturday. Temperatures up to 70 on Sunday and pretty windy as we start next week. Crystal?
Thanks, Anthony. Well, as the death toll rises from COVID-19, doctors across Texas are getting more overwhelmed. After the break, we'll hear from a doctor on what it's really like inside the emergency room.
2021, it's your year to have everything you want. And at Bob Mills, we're in stock. Now let's talk about getting everything you want with our unique Companions prices. Now purchased individually, the 6-piece cross bedroom over $1,700. With Bob Mills' unique Companions pricing, just $1,297. And I'm giving you the mattress free. In stock with Bob Mills' unique Companions pricing. This is a great way to start the new year.
In the truck game, greatness is defined by a relentless commitment to the customer, forged over decades, built by a team resolute in helping you achieve your greatness. Experience this award-winning lineup today. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 44 years straight and counting.
Now get over $11,000 in total savings on a Ford F-150, only at your Best in Texas Ford dealer.
A safe and healthy home has never been more important, and so who you invite in to clean and disinfect should be someone you know and trust. Carpet Tech has spent the last 2 decades keeping your home safe, and nothing about that has changed. Our mission has never been about just cleaning carpets. It's been about serving you well. Whether you need a deep cleaning for carpets, tile and grout, hard floors, or air ducts, Carpet Tech is still here for you.
Try the $5.99 Treats and Eats deal at DQ. That's a hunger buster, fries, drink, and your choice of a Dilly Bar, DQ sandwich, or small dip cone. Just $5.99.
DQ, that's what I like about Texas.
The world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate, available on the GMC Sierra. Get $6,500 purchase cash on this 2021 Sierra Light Duty Crew Cab Texas Edition. That's an MSRP under $47,000. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get an additional $750 purchase allowance.
Visit your Permian Basin GMC dealer.
You're watching News West 9.
The U.S. has reached a new grim milestone in the pandemic. According to an NBC News tally, there have been more than 400,000 COVID-19 deaths since the start of the pandemic. The U.S. confirmed its first case a little less than a year ago on January 21st, 2020. More than 2 million people have been recorded killed by COVID-19 across the world, but the U.S. death toll is the world's worst. In California, an air quality agency has temporarily suspended limits on how many bodies can be cremated, all because of a lack of storage space for those who died from COVID. Sunday, the South Coast Air Quality Management District issued an emergency order temporarily suspending permit requirements for crematoriums. The Air Pollution Agency limits the number of human remains that can be cremated each month based on their impact to air quality. The pandemic has caused the current death rate to skyrocket, putting a strain on hospitals, funeral homes, and crematoriums. Officials say more than 2,700 bodies are being stored at local hospitals and the coroner's office in LA County. Over the past couple of weeks, Texas has entered record-breaking territory when it comes to both the number of COVID cases and patients hospitalized. As Tiffany Liu reports, healthcare workers are seeing the surge every single day.
From the outside, it can be hard for some to understand the severity of COVID-19.
They don't see what happens in the hospital, how people are sick, if they make it or not.
For Dr. Kishore Gangani, he's seen the virus do its worst.
I have more COVID patients than I see non-COVID patients.
Through Apogee Physicians at Texas Health Arlington Memorial Hospital, he takes care of patients from the time they enter the ER all the way to discharge or even death.
So it's very exhausting for me, with a small kid at home. It's just, it takes a lot.
For the past year, he's been at the hospital more than he's been at home.
I feel guilty and, I feel like I should be spending more time at home. And then instead, I'm here.
Here, saving as many lives as he can. But there is no magic treatment for COVID-19.
You do whatever you can and still you feel like, you are helpless.
It's emotional for Dr. Gangani.
You see patient talking. Next day, you see them on ventilator. I have seen that.
It hurts every time he has to update a family that their loved one took a turn for the worst.
When you are breaking the news to the spouse that your husband is on ventilator or your husband did not make it, I cannot think anything more sad or emotional than that.
Old and young, he has seen it all.
Some of them didn't make it. It's just sad.
And it's frustrating for him. In the rare times he leaves the hospital, he sees people careless, disregarding COVID-19.
I would just still tell the people that, this is pretty serious disease and it does not have definitive cure. That's why we have to be even more careful.
And that's why he shares his perspective. In Arlington, I'm Tiffany Liu.
As hospitalizations continue at record levels, a new study suggests COVID-19 patients in the ICU may have a higher chance of dying when there's a strain at the hospital. The researchers looked at data from more than 8,500 hospitalized COVID patients, those who were treated in the ICU when there was an increased demand for critical care had nearly double the risk of dying. That's compared to those who were treated during periods when the ICUs were not overwhelmed. However, this association was not observed in COVID patients treated in other areas of the hospital. There's a lot on the line, in Permian and Friendship's basketball game tonight. We'll preview that matchup in sports.
When you spend your whole life working,
training,
waiting
for one moment,
and suddenly
you have to wait for that moment even longer.
You know how you feel?
Like you want it even more.
Next summer, the world comes back together.
For an Olympics unlike any other.
I want a reservation for 2 pair of glasses and an eye exam.
Oh, you can just walk in.
I see my reputation precedes me.
Actually, we do this for everyone.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that. Boop, gone.
Unbeatable prices without the drama. 2 pair plus a free eye exam as low as $59.95.
Still a traffic jam. Just better views. Still your to-do list. Just getting more done. Still packing up. Just a little easier. The Chevy Silverado, making life's journey just better.
Get a total value of $7,000 on this 2020 Silverado Texas Edition. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $750 cash allowance. And eligible GM card members can use an additional $1,000 in bonus earnings toward their purchase.
ready for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Arena Cross and Extreme Freestyle Championship. Presented by Golden, Suzuki, Kawasaki, Honda, Yamaha. Friday and Saturday, January 22nd and 23rd at Ector County Coliseum. High-flying arena cross and extreme freestyle. The latest and greatest tricks performed live.
I had a blast, and I'd recommend this to any of the moms out there.
Go to Golden to sign up to race. Tickets as low as $20 on sale at boxofficesolutions.net. Don't you dare miss it.
It's time to step up to a new GMC Denali from Freedom Buick GMC. Drive the best. Drive a new Sierra Denali, the luxury truck you need to handle any tough job. Or swing by and drive the new 2021 Yukon Denali. This is your chance to shine. Plus, you'll get the best customer service in Odessa because there's nothing like freedom. Freedom Buick GMC. Let us earn your business. Proud to be a part of the Auto Inc. family of dealerships. Shop online anytime.
I want a reservation for 2 pair of glasses and an eye exam.
Oh, you can just walk in.
I see my reputation precedes me.
Actually, we do this for everyone.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that. Boop, gone.
Unbeatable prices without the drama. 2 pair plus a free eye exam as low as $59.95.
It's Tuesday, so that means we got all the hoops you can handle. Corey Mose is in Odessa to preview Mojo's matchup tonight against Friendship, and there's definitely no love lost between these two teams. Corey is ready to go. What's up, man?
Man, Eliav, it's tip-off Tuesday, so you know I'm already hyped. But this matchup also has my blood rushing. At 6:30, Permian and Friendship will take the court with undefeated records on the line. Now, last time these two teams faced each other at Mojo Fieldhouse, let's not forget, it came down to a controversial layup by Shy Stevens Derry at the buzzer. Now, the question was, did the clock start on time? Did it not start on time? Who knows? But what we do know is words were exchanged between players, coaches, and that social media beef from fans was well done. So the next chapter of these two teams starts right after JV gets off the court. I can't wait to read it. I have the full recap for you tonight at 10, so you don't want to miss it, I promise, all right? Back to you, Eliav.
Thanks, Corey. We'll have highlights from that one and more at 10. Now, as the Super Bowl gets closer each week, so does the NFL Combine. But according to multiple reports, the event will look completely different than years past due to COVID-19, as you could have guessed. In fact, there may not even be a quote-unquote combine at all. The NFL plans on not having any in-person workouts in Indianapolis, but instead conducting more formalized pro days at college campuses. And of course, interviews will be through Zoom. This has raised a lot of questions when it comes to how scouts will judge talent.
The in-person checkout is, to me, the biggest piece of the puzzle. So to do like a workout, and if you have to watch through Zoom, hey, yeah, you'll get certain things, but seeing what a guy actually looks like in person is a different experience than watching on an iPad or a TV, and I think that's going to be an interesting thing too.
Well, it should be interesting to see how the draft pans out after such a different combine process. Crystal?
Thanks, Eliav. A Texas woman says she's living in fear after a series of vandalism, property damage, and racialized threats. Plus, detectives are searching for a suspect who shot and killed a gas station clerk in Arlington, Texas. We have an update on the case after the break.
Johnson has dead aim on the finish. Michael Johnson running for the road and into Olympic history. A new world record. I don't know if he's going to catch him. He gets it done again. He did it. Oh, he did it. Misty man, Jared Walsh. It's coming over, and Walsh puts it away. Usain Bolt winning by daylight. Oh, what a goal by Carly Lloyd. Oh, my gosh.
This has been her destiny all along.
Express Test is now making it convenient for you. COVID testing is now being done from your own home and get results in less than 15 minutes. Visit expresstesttx.com today to schedule your appointment.
Ready, set, go to Ashley Home Store for the Mattress Marathon event. Get 0% interest for 72 months with a free bet on Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Save $1,000 on a Sealy mattress. Or receive a $100 MasterCard rewards card with a purchase of any Beautyrest Black mattress. King mattress for the price of a twin on select Ashley Sleep. Plus, free delivery. And ask how you can qualify for a free 4K Smart TV. These mattress savings are for a limited time, only at Ashley Home Store.
Happy New Year, West Texas, from All American Chevrolet Midland, and we're so excited in 2021 to bring in the new year with incredible deals with Chevrolet, with deals like this. 0% for 84 months on brand new 2020 Chevrolet Blazer, Trax, Equinox, and even Malibu. And 0% for 72 months on new Silverados and other select new Chevys. Go to MidlandChevy.com.